of today's training is basically on system demo. And after that, we open the Q&A sessions for agents to raise any real-time case or scenarios towards the end of the session. All right, so let me just quickly check. Currently, we have around close to 500 participants, inclusive of our staff. So I hope the platform is stable throughout the session. Else we might encounter some slight technical glitches, like in the chat box. So I hope everything is okay today. So if some of you are actually experiencing reception issues such as audio or visual, please check your internet bandwidth and rejoin the session. I have actually disabled your microphone function to minimize any background noise and disruption, so that we can have a smooth session. If you have any questions along the way, kindly raise your questions in the chat room, and I trust the trainer and his assistant will attend to it. I was made to understand that we have a few of our underwriters also in the session would be able to assist to answer any underwriting questions. And then I will only enable your microphone function during the Q&A session towards the end of the demo. So if you wish to verbally raise your questions, kindly raise your hand and I shall unmute you accordingly. All right. So I would like to remind to all our valued business partners, please keep your question confined to the topic of presentation today. Anything that is outside of today's scope shall be addressed offline. Please do conduct yourself professionally and be mindful of the choice of words and language used when expressing your opinion and giving out your suggestion. All right, so with that, I thank you and I hand over the session to our trainer for the day, Mr. Grahf Lee. All right, so over to you, Grahf.
Hi, good morning everyone.
Yeah, morning.
Oh. Okay, so just hello, yeah, in case anyone don't know me. Okay, so I made aware that today's session will all be about how to navigate the system, okay, in terms of this the Gladiator enhanced product. Okay, so first of all, let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay, so this is the system login part. I trust everyone is aware of their own login username and password. Okay, so from here, once we log in, okay, as usual, we go to the e-business section, okay, where we issue all our policies and cover notes. Okay, so from here, okay, first we click the create and we will see all the products that's available in the system. Okay, so today we are only going to be touching on this Gladiator Enhance. Okay, okay, let's go in here. Okay, so the Gladiator Enhance, okay, I think we used to need to have the proposal form and everything, but ever since we've already enhanced and included into this system, okay, most of the things that's available in the proposal form will actually be filled in here, okay, and will be underwritten by our underwriters back end through the system. Okay, so okay, now we will start and go through how to go about issuing the cover note on this. Okay, so first of all, we need to select new business. Okay, and for the Gladiator, we have to put individual. Okay, if let's say we want to issue any group okay, this product can actually be also issued for a group, that means like a company and so on. But that one, okay, we cannot use the system. That one has to be done by back end by our marketeers and so on. So that one you need to take it up to your marketeers if let's say you want to do a group policy. Okay, but for but this system is catered more for individual, straightforward policies. Okay, so now we're going to do a test dummy policy to see how we're going to issue it. Okay, so first we key in the IC number. Okay, and then period of cover here. Okay, for this product, we cannot do any backdating. Okay, so we have to put today's date or any date other than today, which is a further date. Okay, so purpose of insurance, we'll put in personal. Okay, salutation is not necessary. We only need to put in the red color fields. Okay, the red color fields are all necessary fields. For the black color fields is optional. Okay, let's see. Okay, OIC number also, if let's say there's none, you don't need to put in any, although it's a red color field. Occupation, okay, nationality, address, okay, and phone number you need to put in at least one. Okay, now we come to the most important section here, okay, which is the insured details. What you see I was keying in here just now was the client or policyholder details. Okay, client policyholder details means who is the policy going to be named on. That means who is paying for the policy. So for example, sometimes you have maybe parents, okay, buying the policy for the children. This part you will need to key in the parent's name. Okay, and then the person who's going to be covered will be down here. This is the insured details. Okay, so and under the insured details, you can actually add in multiple, which I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so whatever is inserted up here, it will automatically be brought down here to the insured details. So if let's say this person, the policy holder, is also on the insured person, then you just need to continue filling up all this. Okay, so the plans here, we will not go into details on the plans today. Okay, for the plans, that one will be what you see from the brochure. Okay, so this is to indicate whether this is the with or without weekly benefits. Okay, and for any new policies, the no claim bonus is, the NCB bonus is going to be 0. So if let's say we have cases that you know, some special cases where we take over or whatnot, and we need to have the renewal bonus, that one will need to be separately underwritten. Okay, so let's say this one is the insured person. Now, these are some of the information that you will need to find out from your clients beforehand, before you issue in the system. So the proposal form actually still helps, because you can actually let your clients fill in the proposal form, except that instead of like the old way where we submit the proposal form over to our marketeers or the office, now all you need to do is key in the information from the proposal form into the system. Okay, so these are some of the information that we actually require, which you will need to get from the clients beforehand. Okay, once you've keyed in, then you press the add. Okay, now you'll see there's one person here. Okay, from here, you can add in first the nominee. Okay, this is the nominee for the benefits in case of death or permanent disablement. So from the nominee section here, you click. Okay, we will try to put in for the nominee, you can actually put in more than one. Okay, but the total of the percentage has to be 100%. This one. So if you're only going to put one beneficiary, then you have to put 100. If let's say you're going to put two beneficiary, okay, we're just going to put some dummy data here. Okay, for example, this is the, oh, sorry, the sun. Okay, and put in 50. Okay, add. Now you see 50 here. You need to put in another one to make it 100. Otherwise, the system will not let you proceed. Actually, you can even use this one to put in the same. Okay, let's just do that for the sake of testing. Okay, now 100. So now we can close. Okay, so at any time, if you want to change the nominee details, you can just click and come here and change it again. Okay, this is to edit. Okay, and this one is to delete. Okay, you can also edit the insured person details here. Okay, so if let's say for example, some clients they're buying for the family and so on. So now you want to insert another person. Okay, what you can do is you just come back up here and you key in the other person's details. Oh, okay. One thing is the occupation here selected will also affect the plans and also the weekly benefit. So this is one of the reasons why I click this one, because for students, the plans, as you can see, is only limited up to this field. So only insured who are working, okay, may go. Oh, sorry, there's also the limitation of the ages as well. Okay, there are certain limitation in the age and also occupation that affects the plans that they're able to take. So this one, you can actually see this from the brochure. I think this is mentioned in the brochure as well. So from what you select under the occupation and also the age of the insured person, it will affect the options that are available here for you to choose. Okay, so if you try to choose a weekly benefit for student, it will say it's not applicable. Okay, so you after you've done everything, you press add. Now you will see there's 2 insured person here. Okay, so you can go on to add more and more insured person here as long as they are part of the family members. That means if you look at the relationship here, it's limited to the spouse, child, okay, which is also the daughter, son, and also the parents. Okay, you can add only this immediate family member under the same policy as you. Okay, so once you're done here, now we go down to the questionnaire part. Okay, this questionnaire actually apply to everyone inside here which you've added. So if any of them if this is applicable for any of them, then you have to take a yes. Okay, so first, for example, have any person been declared a bankrupt or currently undergoing legal proceeding? So if none of the insured person there is applicable for them, then you take no. So have you or any person insured ever, in respect of any accident, had insured defer or decline a proposal or refuse to renew your insurance? Okay, no. So again, these are some of the information which you need beforehand from the clients, other than just the weight and the height of each of the insured person. Okay, have any of you or any person lodged any claims under any accident insurance policy? Okay, so for example, if yes, one of the insured person in the policy has made a claim before under a PA policy, probably with another insurer, okay, you can tick yes. Okay, anytime you tick yes on any of this, a field will appear here, okay, for you to put in the information of what is the claim. Okay, so for example, let's just go for one of the insured. Okay. Claims amount. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's put an example such as this one. Okay, do you or any person insured suffer from any physical impairment? Okay, have you or any person to be insured suffer from any illness which requires special form of medical, okay, or that may require future treatment? Okay, again, if any of this is yes, you need to put in the information. If yes, provide the information such as this. Okay, so here we put no. Okay, and this one is also very common. Number 6, do you or any person to be insured have any other policies in force where a similar benefit may be payable? So there might be some customers who actually have multiple PA policies. I think now this is very common. So we can also put in here. Policy type, personal accident, period of insurance. Let's see. Insured RM, name of insurer. Okay, do you or any persons to be insured engage in any hazardous activities or pursuit? No. Okay, now we go down here. Okay, down here we have what we call the annual auto renewal. So if let's say you have clients who don't want to go through the hassle of being reminded or have to remind the agent every year to renew, some clients, they would like to actually put in their credit card. Okay, they put in their credit card details with us. So every year upon expiry, the policy will be automatically renewed. So that means there will be no need for the clients to actually contact you for the renewal, and there's no need for you to also remind your customers about their renewal. Of course, the renewal notice and everything will still be generated, but the renewal will be perpetual, okay, until the policy is cancelled by the client. So if the customer do not tell you to cancel, then it will just keep running every year. So here we are going to tick no, okay, and press next. Okay, so we will come into the summary of details. This will be the total of the 2 insured that I've keyed in. Okay, so this is the quotation format that's come out. Okay, here there will be all the information that we have keyed in earlier. Okay, including all the declaration. Okay, from here, you can also see the nominee details that put in. Okay, it's actually also possible to not put in any nominee details, but of course we will always recommend you to put it in. Okay. Right, now we come to referral. This is a non-standard risk due to questionnaire Q3 and Q6. Okay, for such a case, okay, we will need to send for approval. Okay, so for example, like this case that we've keyed in declaration because there's other policies and also claims before, we will need to click send for approval. Okay, and you'll be saved. You'll be saved in your system until the underwriter approves it. So from here, you can also key in an email address to send a quotation. But at the current moment, because it's a refer case, now we are going to test on what happened when we're going to send for approval. Okay, so it will generate a quotation number. Okay, and it will show print pending. Now this print, once you've seen this print pending, then you need to inform your marketeers, okay, and they'll bring it up to the underwriters to review the case. Okay, once it's already reviewed, okay, this one, then only you're able to actually generate the cover note. From here, you can still see the quotation, okay, but you cannot print. Okay, although it says print, but you cannot print because it actually has to be approved by the underwriter before you can release the quotation to your customer. Okay, so from here you can cancel and all. Okay, so this is a demo of what happens when there's declaration. Let's do another one where it's a more straightforward one without any referral needed. Okay, for this straightforward case, I'm not going to add in so many insured. Okay, normally let's just leave it for now. Okay, so let's add in one more. Okay, so for example, if let's say all of the declaration here, okay, there's no claims, customer does not have any other policy and so on. If it's a very straightforward case, okay, what happens when you come to the end here, okay, is that you will see the issue the policy button. So in straightforward cases like this, the remarks will say you may proceed to issue the policy as normal. Okay, you can take this, or you don't want to take this. You can also you can generate the PDF later anyway. So this is an additional function for you if you want to send the quotation to your client directly. So from here, okay, now you can press the print quotation. Can you all see the pop-up quotation, or is it visible to you guys?
Invisible.
Not visible. Okay, because the let me share that other pop-up. Okay, from when I click the print quotation, okay, it will pop up an additional screen here, and it will be a PDF format here. Okay, this one here, you can click the top button here, which is download this file. Okay, so you can download, and then you can use this PDF as a reference or to send it to your customer as well. So, okay, let's say, for example, this straightforward case, you've already generated quotation, client accepts and everything. So what happens is, now you can get, hold on, okay, I'm not sure whether you guys saw the pop-up just now, but every time when we click the print and send quotation, there will be a pop-up for another screen with the PDF. So from that screen, you guys can save the quotation as a PDF format. Okay, so I think maybe you also need to set your pop-up blockers because for our system, most of the time when we're using Google Chrome, okay, we'll need to go to settings, okay, privacy, security, go to site settings, and there's one called pop-up and redirects. Okay, you will need to come down here to the allowed send pop-ups and need to add in this tool, omni.generate.com.my, omnisales.generate.com.my. Okay, this is actually to enable so that your browser will not pop up the quotation, because we have a lot of agents who complain every time when they use Google Chrome, they are unable to see the quotation pop up. So that's how we said it. You can refer to your marketing on that as well. Okay, so for example, if let's say just now we've already printed the quotation, so now we close it. Okay, so from here, as you can see, this is the earlier one, which is the print pending one. This is the one that we just done. You can see the status is different. It's called saved. Okay, so this one does not require approval. That means from here, when you select option, you can see the option is different. Okay, compared to the one that was in the print pending status, you can only view. You can click print, but again, like we said, you cannot print because when you go in there, the button is actually not available, not until the underwriters approve it. Okay, so for the standard cases, the saved one, you can see the update, quotation, print, convert to policy, clone, or cancel. So if let's say you have sent a quotation to the customer already and they are acceptable to your proposal, okay, you can either update first if let's say there's any information to be updated. Okay, from the update side here, if let's say whatever changes you've made, nominees, everything, you've already done the changes, okay, you can go next all the way to the end screen. Okay, and you can print the quotation again, or you can directly issue the policy. Okay, so the other way is that you can also, from the system here, if let's say there's no changes to be made, you can immediately click convert to policy from here. Okay, you will jump straight to this screen. So let's say now we will test to use this. Issue the policy. Okay, confirm. Okay. Okay, policy is issued successfully. You may proceed to print. So from here, you can select to print agent copy, insured copy. These are the default that's put in for you. Okay, so we'll just click print. Okay, now there's going to be a pop-up. Okay, close this. Okay, now you see the status is already printed. Okay, so now it has a policy number. Compared to earlier, it was only this one, which is, you can see here from the quotation. See, the earlier one, there's only a quotation number. The one that's already printed, you will have quotation and also the official policy number. Okay, so one thing to note is in the system here, okay, you will see two tabs here, the policy and also the cover, the policy counter and also the quotation. So sometimes, for example, you've already issued quotation which you have not issued yet. Okay, it may not appear here. Okay, it may not appear here under the policy cover side. You'll need to go to the quotation side here to view it, especially the print pending. The print pending cases will always be on the quotation side here. Okay, so from here now, you can click this as well, and you can also, actually this one you can you can only print the quotation. The policy, once you've issued, is only once only. So you have to, you can actually reprint, but I believe the original one is only one copy. The policy is effective. Okay, you can reprint the documents. Okay, and here, okay, the original one, which means this red one, actually we can still take again. Okay, and I'm not sure whether this one is a topic for another briefing. This is something to do with the e-policy reimbursement. So always make sure you take the print physical policy, okay, when you click the print button. Do you all see a pop-up or anything on my screen? Can you all see the pop-up?
Nope.
No.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Okay, I think I know why. Okay, let me share the screen for the pop-up. Okay, can you all see the screen now?
Yes, we can see the invoice.
Yes. Okay, so once you've clicked the issue policy button, this will pop up on your screen. Okay, again, make sure the pop-up blocker is not blocking this. Okay, you will see the invoice, okay, together with the schedule. Once you see this, that means the cover is already effective. So this is the copy that you can actually send directly to the customers already. So this will show all the details of what's the plan they're taking, with or without weekly benefit, IEC number, the there are some insureds. Okay, and there's also a table of benefit here for reference. This will be the same as what is in the brochure. So these are all the declarations that you filled in earlier. Okay, so actually this is, as you can see, it shows the signature of proposal, everything. Okay, while we do not actually go about collecting back all these signatures and everything, but of course we do encourage agents to actually get the customers to sign a copy. That means when you send this policy to your customers, you can also get them to sign one, because this is actually a declaration by the customer to make sure that all the information that's inside here is correct. So you can actually get them to sign and you can keep a copy. But for generally site purposes, it's not necessary for us to get it. Okay, unless if let's say there's any special case like the earlier scenario we put in, that let's say they have made a claims before, or let's say they have other policies and underwriters want to make sure that all these things are declared properly, then underwriters may require them to sign back to keep a copy for generally site. Otherwise, for standard cases, the agents themselves may actually keep a copy if they wish to, but on our side, we will not ask for it. Okay, these are all the policy documents. Okay, I shall close this and go back to can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so I think for issuance purposes, I think that's about it. I think I saw a question just now regarding the MCO fees that popped up. Okay, MCO fees is charged at 10 ringgit, okay, per insured person, and MCO fees is not subject to commission. Okay, so when you want to, if let's say when you want to do any payment for this policy later on, of course the system will prompt you. Okay, this is where I'm going to go to now. For the issuance of the covenant part, I think so far we have already done that. So let's go into the payment submission part. Okay, so if let's say you've already issued any Gladiator enhanced product, okay, this is a CBC product, so it's the same as your motor policy, your motor covenants. You need to do a submission within 7 days. Okay, if let's say within 7 days you do not do any submission, it will block your system. Okay, this is an auto trigger by our system. Okay, so how to do the submission is you come over here, okay, and then you need to select the product. Okay, there's a lot of product here. Okay, the one we issued just now was this Wong Ah Soon. Okay, so just make sure you hit personal accident and printed status. Okay, printed status, you will see it here. Okay, you can take this and then click submit. Okay, here the total pay and the net pay will be automatically calculated here. Okay, to deduct the commission. So from here, you can choose your payment method. Okay, so I think if let's say usually if we do the payment method, we will more encourage people to use the credit card, because credit card payment, sorry, this one, online credit card payments or the CMB payment, because the online payment card will actually do the automatic receipt online. Okay, so that means the system will automatically clear this transaction off the system. Because if let's say you do any cash submission and then you submit manually, okay, it needs to reach to our finance department, okay, for payment and clearance. Then only it is contra of the system. Otherwise, sometimes if let's say you submit on the 7th day and you use the cash submission and you send over to our finance, if let's say they do not process it immediately that day, and let's say it became tomorrow, it became 8th day, then of course you will not CBC because you send over to our finance team, but your system will still be jammed for a while. So that's why we always encourage people to use the online payments, e-banking or CNB payments. Okay, so this one, go back to the payment submission screen. Okay, so again, personal accident under printed. Okay, and also one thing to note is that with this system, if let's say you have any cancelled covenants, you will also need to submit it. Okay, otherwise by 7 days, it will also jam your system. Okay, so for example, we go to our e-business screen. Okay, this one which we have just issued. Okay, let's say, let's do a scenario where we want to request for policy cancellation. Okay, if let's say you issued wrongly or something, okay, or you maybe the client already confirmed everything, okay, then you issue, then suddenly, oh, you say, oh, maybe I want to change nominee, I want to add another person. So you can request for policy cancellation. Okay. And click confirm. Okay, then it will go into cancel pending. Okay, when you see a cancel pending here, okay, it's the same as when you see a print pending. You will need to inform your marketeers. Okay, either your marketeers or the underwriters will need to approve this. Will need to approve the cancellation before it is officially cancelled. Once it's officially cancelled, then the status here will change to cancelled status. And once it is under cancelled status, then again, you will need to go to payment submission side, personal accident, and under cancelled side to submit it. Okay, so of course, this one we cannot submit yet because it's still pending. Okay, and one more thing is that if let's say, for example, any cover note which printed status and you've already gone and submit it, then you cannot cancel. Okay, I'll do a test here for you guys to see. Okay. Okay, we do a test straightforward case, issue the policy. Okay, we printed the policy. Now we go back to the e-business site. Okay, printed status. So now let's say we do a submission. Okay, so for testing purposes, I'm going to use just the cash submission because we don't actually have any credit card details to put in for a test case. So we submit. Okay, then you see the submission sheet. Okay, so now if we go back to the e-business site, you will see that this has already been submitted. Okay, if it's already submitted, then the option will change. See, you won't be able to request cancellation. So if let's say you've already submitted and then you found out that, oh, maybe the insured would like to change nominee or add in any more family members and so on, this one, for this case, you will need to bring it up to your marketeers because we will need to cancel it from our back end. Okay, because once it's submitted, then it will flow through our system for straight through policy. Policy will definitely be issued already by the system. So we will need to wait for a policy to be issued, and then our marketeers can assist you to cancel it from the back end. Then in this case, once you've already informed your marketeers that, oh, this case is wrongly issued, okay, please cancel it, email to your marketeers. From here, you can create and immediately issue a new one again for the customers. So in the case that this one earlier, because if you haven't done your submission yet, then you can use this cancellation from the system. Okay, otherwise you will need to email your marketeers to cancel, and you need to issue a new one. Okay, so of course we will always encourage you, if let's say you haven't done any submission, please use the cancellation function from the system. Because if let's say you've already submitted and you cancel back end, that will generate a credit debit which will go into your statement. So you know, it will make your statement appear a bit more messier. Okay, so I think for the system demo, we've already reached the end of our system demo. Okay, so maybe we can start taking some questions regarding this system. Shall we? Okay, I think pass over to you, Jackson. Jackson, will you be handling the Q&A?
Okay, thanks, Grahf.
Okay.
All right, Fatah.
Okay.
Thank you, Grahf.
Okay, I shall stop sharing my screen now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Fatah, I pass the time to you. Anyone have questions? You may unmute your mic.
You may raise your hand so that I can identify you, and I can unmute your microphone. Any questions from the floor?
Yeah, questions is regarding on the system, how to issue the graduator this product, yeah?
I think there are a lot of questions in the chat box, but because I was on the share screen, so I didn't get to see any. Maybe we can take a look at the chat and see if there's any questions that we have not addressed yet.
Okay, there's somebody raised a question. Okay, you may unmute yourself because I have enable your microphone. Who is this generally? Yes. I can't see your name here, but I have enable your microphone features, so you may unmute yourself. Anybody would like to ask a question, please raise your hand. Otherwise,
Okay, I think I saw a question here by Chi Nui regarding what is the MCO fees and MCO SST fees. Okay, the MCO is the Managed Care Organization or so-called third-party administrator. Okay, so I think now we do not have the card. We used to have a card for the Gladiator, but now I think we don't. I think we've already gone into using system-wise. So it's actually for when you are admitted to any hospital due to any emergency. Okay, so you can let them know that you have a generally PA policy. They can actually seek our MCO for the GL and everything lah. But this is only for accident purposes.
Okay, Graph. Got one agent Chin want to you show how to cancel the policy again. Will you like to show the demo, the cancellation again?
Okay, sure. Hang on. Let me reshare my screen.
Okay, so Wei Jingqin, please take note, yeah?
Okay, cancel policy. Okay, let me create a new one first. Okay, wrong IC number. Okay, I'll just do a test scenario here. Okay, let's say we already click issue the policy. Okay, policy successfully generated. Okay, printed. So now we go back to the e-business section. Okay, again, this cancellation can only be done via the system if you have not submitted. If like this one, you already submitted, okay, there will be no longer any cancellation. Okay, so it has to be before submission. So like I mentioned, if let's say it's already submitted, then you need to get your marketeers to assist you to cancel from our back-end side. Otherwise, if let's say it's still printed status, you may click here at the side button here. Okay, and request for policy cancellation. Is this the one you're looking for? Okay, press OK. Okay, then you will need to put in a cancellation remark. Select the plan, let's say, and confirm your cancellation. Do you want to submit cancellation request? Okay. So again, it will go into the cancel pending. Okay, once you've already go into the cancel pending, you will need to inform your marketers of the quotation or the policy number, preferably both. Let them know both the numbers. Okay, then they will need to do, the marketers will need to do the cancellation from their side. So this is how to go about the cancellation.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Graph. Got one
Okay.
agent, BRMI Solution, asking to show how to do the online payment. Can you show one more time to do online payment for the policy?
Okay. Let's say for online payment. Okay, let's just put in another dummy case. Okay, for payment submission, okay, you go to personal accident under printed status. So we look for our test case, this one. Take this one and submit. Okay, so total pay or net pay, you need to click one. So online submission here, okay, can be by e-banking or other online payment, okay, or CIMB bank payment. Okay, payment link, I recall this one is to send the link directly to your client. Okay, you need to put in your client's phone number and their email, in which they will get an SMS or an email asking them to do the payment. Okay, so but most of the time, okay, agents, they collect from the customers, okay, and then they submit using their own credit card, you know, for rebate or what other purposes. Then you will need to use either the other online payment or the CIMB bank payment. Okay, I believe for the CIMB card rebate, you'll need to use this CIMB bank payment. Okay, once you've choose the payment method, okay, you will appear here. Okay, sometimes there are some, for example, like cash or check or credit card, okay, which you, let's say you key in a check number, you need to click the add button for it to appear here before you click the submit. Okay, but for online payment, all you need to do is click other online payment or CIMB payment, it will be here already. Then all you need to do is just click the submit button. So let's say if we click the submit button here, we will be directed to the bank page. Okay, so from here, of course, you need to key in your credit card number, your name, everything. Okay, and then click pay. Okay, so let's say if we cancel. Okay, then we'll come back here. Okay, if let's say, for example, you fail your online credit card payment, the case will still be under submitted. Okay, it will still show submitted. Okay, with the bank, except that you will see a rejected or failed transaction or whatnot, and the status will be not okay. So if you go to your e-business, okay, you see that it's still shown as submitted already. Okay, except that your payment has failed. So what do you do in this case is that you go back to the payment submission screen. Okay, you won't be able to find the count note here anymore because it's already submitted status. Okay, it's no longer here. So what you need to do is you need to go to online payment history. Okay, so under the online payment history, you see this one, the one which we have just done, not okay. Okay, so okay, I believe this test we probably okay, it still lets me click it. Okay, so what happens if let's say if you build the submission is that you can come over to this online payment history. Okay, the not okay when you click this button. This button is supposed to have a light. I'm not sure why there's no light. Okay, you can see this submission which has failed, rejected. You can click inquiry before making payment. Okay, from here you can select again. Okay, and submit again. Okay, but either by other online or by CMB or let's say you want to change to cash method. Okay, so you can click here and click submit again, and then you can redo your submission again. You know, sometimes maybe you key in the wrong credit card number, it will fail. So this is how you come back into this screen here. So you see now it will show 2 times. I've already failed the transaction 2 times. So you can still come back to the online payment history, click this, inquiry before making payment, come down here, and you can do the payment again. Okay, so this is how you go about the submission. Liang Kok Wei, okay, I think you say you credit card online function, but the credit card page did not appear. Okay, I believe this is the same issue with what I mentioned earlier, is the pop-up blocker of your browser, whether you're using the Firefox or the Google Chrome. Okay, you will need to go into your pop-up blocker settings and set it so that it does not block anything from let me show you the screen again. Okay, you need to go to your settings under privacy and security, site settings, okay, down, pop-up and redirects. So you just need to make sure this omni.january.com.my and omni-sales.january.com.my, you need to click add and add in these 2 addresses. Okay, this is to make sure that all pop-ups from the Omni system will not be blocked. So this will ensure that all your submission, all your cover notes, and all the submission, the bank screen, everything will not be blocked. Okay, so once you've already add in here, then you can close it. For Firefox, there's also such an option because Firefox also has a problem like this. But I'm not so sure for like other like Microsoft Edge or whatnot. Okay, from Tian Teck Ming, other than CMB, how about by others bank card? Okay, by others bank card is the one which is this one, other online payment. Okay, other online payment will show you UPB. Okay, we can do a test here and submit. Okay, this is the one. You will need to key in your card number, okay, Visa, Master, expiry date, name, blah blah blah, and submit. This is the option you use for your other credit cards. Okay, we can also cancel here. Okay, we come back to this payment failure screen. Again, we can go to other online payment history. And we can come back here and reselect again. Okay, so it's other online payment or CMB bank payment. How about the amount paid? If select wrong amount can be changed. Oh, you mean this one? Okay. Payment submission. Okay, the amount, once you've already selected either the total or the net, you won't be able to change, because in our system, we will capture the submission sheet already. So if let's say you've already clicked gross payment or net payment, you have to go through with the payment. Either that, or if let's say you definitely need to make a change to the other payment, whether it's gross to net or net to gross, then you have to use cash submission. Okay, and then you submit manually to your, once you've done the cash submission, it will come out with the submission sheet. Okay, we can try that now. Okay, cash. Once you've already done cash payment, then you will need to go to document. Okay, and reprint this submission sheet. Now it will show cash mode. Okay, it will also show all the other failed mode, but it will now show cash. You can now download this submission sheet and submit it to manually to your marketeer with a credit card. With, let's say we've already selected this net payment, you can now maybe you submit to your marketer this submission sheet together with the generally credit card payment form with the net payment. If let's say you're using your customer's credit card. So this is how to go about it. If let's say you definitely need to change. Cash payment, what is the cash payment? Cash payment is actually a generic payment mode. Once we selected cash, you can actually send to us via credit card or by physical cash. But of course, we don't usually encourage people to submit physical cash anymore, because you still need to come to office and all that. So once you've already selected cash payment, you can actually also give us the check bank in or the credit card form as well. Okay, the cash payment is just a generic term for everything. If let's say the client already transferred the premium to generally under payment mode, what to select? Okay, if let's say they've already transferred to us, you can also use the cash payment. Okay, and then you email over to your marketers the submission sheet and also a copy of the check and the bank-in slip, or let's say the IBG slip. Let's say they're doing IBG. And I think for Safari, I'm not so sure on how to go about the pop-up blocker on Safari. That one, I think you may need to Google some of the settings.
All right, thanks, Grahf. I think Fatah got few agent raised up their hand. Maybe we take a few of them, then we have to close the section, because I think we reached the 11 a.m. already. We reached the time.
I don't see anybody raise their hand at my end. Is there anyone? I mean, anybody who raised their hand?
Yeah. I
I
think it's
can't.
under 062276 and
Gosh, I don't see any lah at my end.
Okay,
Wait.
I take one more question from Tian Liang. He said, since cancellation still need marketeer to cancel, can agent just send email to marketeer for cancel without doing cancellation online? Okay, if that's the case, right? If let's say your account note in your system is under printed status, okay, if it's submitted, like I said, then definitely you need to email to us. But if let's say it's printed status, if let's say you just ask us to cancel without doing the cancellation online, it's not possible, because it will jam your system. As long as any cover note in your Omni system is under printed, every time after 7 days, that cover note will jam your system. You will not be able to issue any more cover notes. That's the reason why we need you to do the cancellation. So it's your at the end journey of any cover note, it has to be either submitted status or cancel pending status and then be cancelled and it's cancelled status. It cannot be left at a printed status, because if it's left at the printed status, your system will be jammed after 7 days.
Okay. We have Versaman Enterprise. I have unmute your microphone, so you may unmute yourself and ask your question. Versaman Enterprise. I guess. Okay. Yes, please carry on.
I didn't call for any questions. Okay, fine.
You don't have a question?
I think I accidentally raised. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. This one. Okay, wait. This one, Jen. All right. You may ask a question. I have enabled your microphone. This one, Jen. I guess not. Who is this 062276? I have also enabled your microphone. You may ask a question. Okay, I guess not. Perhaps they just want to show that they are attending this session. So I will lower them down. Okay. All right. I suppose all the questions raised in the chat box has been attempted to. Okay, wait, there's one more. Let me just. All right. Who is this generally guest? So you may ask a questions. You may unmute yourself.
Okay, morning. Okay.
Yes.
May I know next time for the all new B is no more hard copy already lah, or is use e-submission, is it? Hello?
Graph?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, just now
Graph?
the question for the new B next time all is follow the e-submission lah, no more hard copy already.
Correct.
Okay.
We encourage everyone to use the system, other than if let's say you issue the Gladiator as a group policy for any companies or enterprise, that one we still have to do manually. But for any individual and their family members, it's always best to use the system because it's very straightforward. You do not need to submit all the manual documents to us.
No, how about if the customer need the hard copy policy, so agent will print out the policy and send it to them.
Correct. The PDF copy that you get when you click the issue policy, that is the final document already.
So if the customer no need the hard copy, still can use the email for the policy, is it?
Correct, because once you click the issue policy, it's actually generated as a PDF. So you can either save the PDF and just send them via WhatsApp or email, or if let's say they want hard copy, then you just print the PDF out and you mail them or pass them to them by hand or so on.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome.
All right. Okay, I suppose we can end the session. So thank you everyone for attending the session from the beginning until the end. So next session will be on home protector product. Please wait for my further communication, my future communication for the upcoming session. So do reach out to your MOs for the upcoming session. And then I hope all questions in the chat box has been addressed too. If not, then I would really appreciate my colleagues to attend to the session, even after we have finished this session. All right. So again, thank you everyone. Thank you, Graph. And thank you, my colleague Jackson. All right. See you in our future session. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Graph.
Thank you, Fatah.
Thank you, Graph.
Thank you,
Jason.
everyone. You can leave
Okay,
now
thank you,
if you
everyone.
complete your attendance. Thank you. Goodbye.